We're going to put this in just a real good framework for you guys to be able to use against your own businesses. So whether you're buying a piece of equipment, a vehicle, land, whatever it is, I first want you to start with capacity planning. So what is your current capacity based off of your demand? Are you seeing that you're scheduling way out on your jobs and leaving potential for customers to have to wait too long, or possibly even skip out and choose someone else that can get to them quicker? Currently inside of my business, we have found that we are having to assign vehicles the night before because we don't have any vehicles left on the lot after everybody's left in the morning. The wraps just don't last and look as good 5 years from now as the black painted vans with just a decal. So if you offer multiple services, look and see what this particular piece of equipment or vehicle is going to be able to service. My water restoration jobs, I'm running 85% gross profit. When I'm looking at roofing jobs, I'm running a 50% gross profit before my salespeople are paid. So take your gross profit, multiply it by the amount of jobs per month that you're currently doing or that you are doing with your rentals. I can buy an F-250 base level with all the electronics for $62,000. So I can sit there and buy several F-250s with what one truck is able to produce me by getting the crew members to the job site and hauling the dump trailer. I've listened to Kevin talk about this many times with gutter cleaning when he said I had millions sitting on the street before I started factoring. And he said, I almost didn't want to sell. I didn't want to keep hunting new customers because I was concerned about funding it. The next question is going to be, when should you actually consider to start replacing this? And this is something that I started looking at because I've got some aging vehicles. We're sitting around that close to that 100,000 mile mark. When you start to see that your repair bills or your missed opportunity, and this is something that we don't think a lot about, is the missed opportunity. Another way to look at this with a different scenario we've all dealt with. Your guys have a callback. When they have to go redo a job, that's missed opportunity cost because you're making money on top of their labor when they go to do a job. When they have to go back to that same job where you should have already have made that labor arbitrage and they're not getting any additional invoicing opportunity, that's missed opportunity cost. So 20% of repair bills and downtime combined, if that's costing me 20% of what a new payment would cost me, then I'm going to buy new. So sit there and look at your last 12 months, see what the repair bills have been, the shop cost, the downtime, calculate that as well. When you see that you are constantly renting something or that you're constantly scheduling way out and it's not due to your labor, it's due to equipment, then you've got a capacity planning issue because your demand is too great and you should be considering purchasing. And how you know that you can afford it is you look at that gross profit margin and your average jobs per month and you multiply those two, then you multiply it by 12 months, then you divide the cost of your equipment into that, and you want to have it paid off in 24 months. And then if you find yourself spending 20% or more in repair cost and downtime on your current equipment, it's time to consider starting to trade it in for new. So if you're constantly renting something, you might be justifying that by saying, I don't have to worry about the upkeep and the maintenance of it.